I blew my back out on the airbag yesterday, so today's project is we're building silicone boot boards for the ski boots. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's project is we're building silicone boot boards for the bottom underneath the liner of the boot and in the bottom of the shell of the boot. So how you make this mold is you'll buy some plaster Paris, mix it with water. It's basically like a clayish cement type of deal. But the name of the company is called Plaster Paris. I know it sounds really weird. And you'll mix that up. You'll take the boot board out of the bottom of your ski boot, and then you will set it down into a bin like this. You'll set it into a bin like this after the Plaster Paris mold has been in there. And then you will set the boot board down into the Plaster Paris, push it in until it's just flush with the top. Let that sit for about, 3 to 5 days. Mine took about 3 days. I let it air dry. If you set it in air conditioning, it'll dry pretty much overnight or in 2 nights for sure, no doubt. And then once you are at this step, which is the mold, the Plaster Paris mold that has been solidified, then you will buy Advanced Silicone. This I found is the best brand, G&E, and this is the best type. I wouldn't buy black or anything like that. The consistency is just a little bit different. The clear seems to work really, really well, and I've had a lot of good success with this. It'll reduce your impact in the boots by, maybe 20 or 30%, somewhere between 10 and 30%, something like that. It helps a lot, no doubt. So now we're going to fill the mold with the silicone. Now the materials that you will need to finalize the project is good old-fashioned Pam. Pam both of them down and do it good. Like, really, don't be shy. Get it in there. Now that you've Pammed, then you're going to buy one of these caulking guns. It costs like, I think $4. And then you're going to put the tube in. When you set the tube, or we'll get to that, but I've already used this tube. But when you set the tube, you're going to cut all these tips off. And then down below in here, there's going to be a sealant. And you'll just stick a screwdriver in there, break that sealant, and then you can allow the silicone to come out. So fill the mold with the liquid silicone and fill it up nice and generously. Got a used tube. Finish with that. We got a second tube, and this is what I'm talking about. Load it up. There's a sealant in there. Poke it. Now the silicone will come through. I did not do that a couple of times, and I was wondering why I was about to break the gun. And it was because the sealant was still fixed. It's quite satisfying, actually. It's pretty fun. Now it's filled over the brim. That's exactly what you want. Make sure everything is nice and filled. Set the gun down. Grab your Hyper Tough spatch. They sell these for like $5 as well. Pam this puppy down pretty good. Very nice. And what you're gonna do, one scrape, you got one chance at it, just nice and smooth. Put it down, drag her across. Swipe her down, she's full. That's exactly what you're looking for. That's a clean swipe right there. And it's also very satisfying and fun. And you're gonna need about 1 tube per boot board, is what I would say. That's nice and overflow. Pam down your spatula. Screwdriver out of the way. And again, you get one shot through, make sure it counts, make sure it's really good. Put it down, come all the way through nice and smooth. Have a good pace. Boom, take that first chunk off, get rid of this excess. And that's exactly how you're gonna do it. 2 perfect silicone boot boards. Now you're gonna let these dry for about 2 to 3 days, depending on how cool temperature that they are living in. So look, you got 2 sets perfectly done here. They're black because I used black silicone on one of the other ones, or 2 of the other sets. Again, you don't want to do that. And then you have your finalizations. And if it doesn't perfectly fit, because some of these inserts are a little too full, I would take some needle nose pliers and I would just start pinching away at the excess until it does fit really perfectly. So this is set A, this is set B, these are the finals. I have another 2 sets, so this will be 6 sets in total, and one set should honestly last you definitely through a season, but I like to have a lot of backups, and it's fun, you know, you're doing little projects around the side. So that is how you make silicone boot boards for your ski boot to directly lessen the impact, especially if you are doing a lot of jumps and crazy shit like me. So there you go. Get your spatula, get your caulking gun, get your PAM, and get your advanced GE silicone. I would recommend doing it on cardboard. Don't forget your screwdriver to pop the seal, and you're good to go. That's how you do it. So then after you get the finalized product, I would just grab a sponge and kind of clean all this trash out of it. This is a little extracurricular. I don't feel like you probably don't need to do this. I'm just a cleanly guy and I like to keep it clean. You got a clean footbed.